Well, Tom is a pretty typical teenager. He loves his mates and he loves footy. But after collapsing on the school oval and coming so close to losing his life, Tom has teamed up with a former Wiggle to kick new goals.
To be honest, it still really hasn't sunk in. It's like something wanted me still here, which is reassuring. Yeah.
Looking at him, you'd never know Tom Haynes was on death's door 6 months ago.
To tell you the truth, I can't remember anything from that day.
But for Tom's father, Phil, it's a day etched deep in his memory.
I was actually at golf and the pro drove the golf cart straight over the tee box, straight down to me and said, Phil, you need to get home. Tom's collapsed at school.
In the middle of a frisbee game, Tom went into sudden cardiac arrest.
You think, how does a really fit, captain of his team have this happen to him? Completely out of the blue.
PE teacher John Brady was on the oval when it happened.
Initially we thought there was some sort of seizure, and then his condition got worse and worse very quickly. And yeah, we discussed and said, yeah, we need the AED, let's get it now.
The automated external defibrillator shocked Tom's heart back into action. He was rushed to hospital in Narooma on the south coast of New South Wales before being airlifted to Sydney.
Only 10% of people that have cardiac arrest survive. Tom's one of those 10.
When Tom woke up in hospital, he had no grasp on the seriousness of the situation.
I don't remember it at all, but I asked for a Zinger box from KFC.
But he quickly realised how lucky he was to be alive.
Without that defib at school, it wouldn't have ended how it did. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
Only 40% of schools in New South Wales have defibrillators. In regional areas, like where Tom lives, that drops to 24% of schools. Now Tom's campaigning for every school to have one, along with Yellow Wiggle Greg Page, who started up charity Heart of the Nation after his own cardiac arrest.
So within the first 3 to 5 minutes of somebody collapsing, if you can have an AED ready to be used, it can result in survival as high as 67%.
Greg collapsed on stage during a Wiggles performance. His saving grace, the venue also had an AED. See you later, guys. Driven by his own survival, Tom began fundraising to buy more life-saving devices for his local area. Surrounded by the teachers who saved his life, Tom held a golf day and raised $80,000. Now the biggest issue is finding somewhere to put all the AEDs, with only a handful of businesses putting their hands up so far.
People don't want to put 3 holes in the wall, and really, how much is a life worth?
Using that defibrillator was just instantly a change in his condition, so I'd hate to think what would have happened if we didn't have one.
Doctors still don't know why Tom, a healthy and fit 17-year-old, went into cardiac arrest. But for Mum Rachel and sister Jamie, it's sweet relief seeing him healthy again.
Just think, wow, can't believe that, Tom survived.
8 months on, Tom lives with a tiny defibrillator under his chest, but he's still awaiting the all-important green light to play competition footy again.
I have to play footy. I can't go without footy.
And I reckon he summed it up best. What price do you put on a young life?